I am now entering Taipei 101. Until recently, the tallest building in the world. As you can see, although we are in the middle of February, the spring has already arrived because the cherry blossoms are in full bloom. The name 101 comes from the fact that the tallest skyscraper in the world has 101 floors, and it is 508 meters in height. This is the Apple Store. Now I'm making my way to basement 1, where the food court is located. But most importantly, the most delicious and most famous Chinese dumpling restaurant in the world is there. And this restaurant is called Tai Fung. Tai Fung was founded by Mr. Warren Sr. at the end of the 1950s and greatly expanded by his son, the present owner, Mr. Warren Young. It seats 380 people and is the largest dumpling restaurant in the whole of Taiwan. And this is the sign above the restaurant, and the two ladies are the hostesses who are receiving the patrons, always with a lovely smile, although now they're wearing a mask because of the COVID-19. Now I'm entering the restaurant, and Mr. Warren Young recently has introduced 2 robots, Robbie 1 and Robbie 2. They are incredibly efficient because they work all day long delivering the food to the different stations, including station 1, which is the takeout, and they never complain. There is Robbie 1 on its way now to station 1. As you can see, he's very experienced. He will avoid any obstacles immediately, and he will then continue on his journey to station 1, where they will collect the food, and then as he arrives, he will use a child's voice. He will say, see, there's a little kid now interfering with the robot, but the robot knows he can avoid him. When he arrives, he will have a child's voice and he will say, I have arrived, please unload me. Look at this little boy, he still hasn't understood that he cannot do that. But Robbie 1 is not bothered. As soon as it's been unloaded, he will return to the kitchen for the next. The most important feature of Tai Fung are the dumplings. You can see how the experienced chefs prepare them. They use a wafer-thin dough and they fill it with the meat. Later, when they do the Xiao Long Bao, I will show you the technique. These are the Xiao Long Bao, which have been just delivered. They're contained in a bamboo basket and incredibly hot. Now she's going to put the other kind, which I will now show you. This is the dumplings. Wow, it's very hot. They're made by hand. They contain vegetable and pork. I need to move now. And these are the Xiao Long Bao. You can see that the little sack has been folded 19 times. When you lift it, you can see that the broth is at the bottom. And when you actually open it, it doesn't break, although it's very thin. And when you open it, there's quite a lot, look. So when you put it in your mouth, it explodes. And of course the meat remains inside. And this is what brings thousands of customers all over the world to this restaurant.